Good morning. I decided to do a little vlog about living with pseudotumor cerebri, also known as intracranial hypertension. I was diagnosed with it um, in 2009, and I've been having problems with it since then. What it is when your spinal fluid goes into your brain and circulates, it's supposed to drain down into your abdomen. Okay. Mine wasn't doing that. And it would circulate and stay stuck, therefore causing the brain to build up with pressure. It's kind of like when you go to the bathroom and you're relieving yourself with saying number two. And when you get that, like a brain freeze feeling or a pressure buildup in your head when you get dizzy, that's what it's like. Or if you drink a Slurpee, barely drink a Slurpee and your head feels like you just had a brain freeze. That's what it feels like. So I've had about 8 surgeries. One in my brain where they put in a shunt, and that's a pump that makes your helps your fluid circulate. So that's what this is right here. When I finish braiding my hair, you'll be able to see it. It's look like a little marble up here. But anyway, they put it in there, and it goes and attach catheters to it that helps drain it. And it goes all the way down into here. Like that's the catheter, and it goes into my abdomen. And this is one of the incisions. Went in a couple times right here, as you can see, and also in here. So I've had 8 revisionings, meaning the first one caused a lot of nerve damage to where I could barely breathe. It felt like somebody was shocking me. Um, it was horrible. I was back and forth to the hospital like every week for this problem. Dr. Winston did my surgery. He was a neurosurgeon at Denver Health. He did my surgery, and he didn't listen. He didn't listen. I've never had any patients that complained about this. I've had patients I've done brain surgery on and walked right out with no problems. I'm like, well, you're not supposed to compare me to other patients, you know? So I'm telling you what's going on with mine is something's wrong, you know? Um, they had to change the levels of how fast it pumped. Um, several times, which is a pain in the ass. Excuse me. Um, they had to. The revisionings was because I kept having the pain, so they did the X-rays and the CAT scans and seeing that the catheter had moved around and it was debilitating. So they went in there, they put it back in. A couple months later, having the same problem, hurting bad, feeling like I just got tased or shocked. Um, oh, before I forget, also the reason why I had to get it checked and when they finally diagnosed me with it is because the lightest sounds would give me the worst headaches ever. I couldn't sit in church. I started screaming. Like, it hurt me bad. My vision started going out. Um, I was having some problems, man. It was the worst I felt in my life. Went to Memphis for a year. And if you have any questions, you can ask. I can backtrack. Went to Memphis for a year. I did lose a part of my memory, but I started slowly getting it back. So, anyway, I went to Memphis for a year, and I thought I had a sinus infection the entire time I was there, because the entire time I had this headache that would not go away. Got my tooth pulled, which was an infection in that. That sat there for about a year and a half, but I got attempted to get it pulled once. The lady wouldn't put me under. You know what I'm saying? So I had to leave from there with my pretty much my tooth open in that area until I can get to a dentist that can pull it out by putting me up under anesthesia. So that was horrible. On top of stress, amongst other things, which I think also caused it. But they say the main cause of pseudotumor cerebri is obesity. I wasn't obese, but they still wanted me to lose weight. Also, birth control pills, the IUD and birth control pills. So I didn't take pills like that. So it wasn't enough, they said, for that to be the reason. The IUD could have been a reason. Also, stress during that time was very, very stressful. You know. But anyway, I've had several surgeries where the catheter would move out of place, therefore putting more pressure on my brain, causing brain swelling. So they would have to go in there and move it. I tell Dr. Winston constantly, like, something's not right. I'm still hurting, not comfortable. So all the neurosurgeons at Denver Health, this was around the time when they fired all the neurosurgeons at Denver Health. And I'm still wondering why they did that. And for some reason, he made it to University Hospital, which is where I had to switch um, to University Hospital and follow him over there. Kept coming in. He's like, I don't understand why you're going through this. I've never seen this before. And I'm telling him, like, there's a group of vlog of people with this condition, and they're all complaining about the same thing. So what do you mean you've never heard of it before? That means these doctors ain't listening to us, pretty much, which is not okay. That's not okay. You know, and this thing still moves. I can touch it. I can feel it move. When the pressure is building up in there, it lifts, therefore breaking my hair off. I've cut my hair off to about this small, about 3-4 times because it hurt to get my hair done. Uh, uh, the mental process of going through this shit. Worrying about people looking at your head and seeing that up there, and the stress, the different medication, the Diamox. Oh my God. That Diamox is supposed to prevent you from having seizures, so this can cause you to have seizures. It can cause you to go blind. You know what I'm saying? It definitely interferes with my sinuses bad. Um, from me having so many surgeries and they sticking them tubes down in my nose, it caused the cartilage in my nose to shift like that, as if I had my nose broken. So, so I've been dealing with that. Can't drink really, really cold water. I'm just now barely able to drink it, but I have to sip it like it's tea or something. Excuse me, y'all. But I'm 39. I'll be 40 December 30th. I've been dealing with this for a while. After that first surgery, I couldn't do anything. My kids had to help me walk. They had to help me shower, my hair, all of that. My sister TT that was over there at the time, she was helping. Um, Still get the headaches. I don't get them as much, but I still get them. You know, I can't enjoy a laugh sometimes without that pressure there. I have to get my eyes checked very often. You know, like twice a year, 2 to 3 times a year actually. So I'm due to go get them checked, and I need to because I feel it. Um, I do work at the hospital, you know, so I'm pushing people around and pushing them around, getting them to their appointments and things of the nature in the hospital beds, wheelchairs, 200-pound beds, all that. So it will flare up on this side, the side that it was originally on, will flare up to the point to where I have to stand there and be still. Can't move. Gotta watch my breathing. Cause it would hit me so bad. Yeah, y'all, man, it would hit me so bad to where I couldn't do nothing. They trying to say, okay, well maybe it's intestinal. I done went through that test several times. It's not intestinal. It's damage, nerve damage, permanent nerve damage, which I finally got confirmed from the initial surgery because I'm going for a second opinion. You know, they want me to go through the Botox shots and all that shit for migraines. 32 shots in my face, head, neck, and shoulders. That's stressful. That shit hurts. You know, I don't see how people get it for beauty because they get way more than that. You can keep all that. That is horrible. Yeah, I'm having to go through it because I don't have nobody to sit there with me to where I can go in and get like the pain meds and stuff before they start, but somebody has to be there with me. So I don't have nobody to be there with me that can drive, you know, once we leave. So I have to sit there and deal with that. You know, some of the doctors get mad because I'm fidgeting or I'm crying or I'm kicking. Like, that shit hurts. But anyway, I know I'll be going back and forth. So yeah, it's hard. It's stressful. It's pain. All these appointments and shit. How you trying to keep a job and you dealing with all this pain. I had SSI. They took me off because you're working and all this other stuff. I didn't know that I could do the appeal process and all that. You know, so it's knowing this now. I want to reapply for it, but at the same token, I want to work. I don't want this to debilitate me or take control or make me feel like, you know, I can't do anything because I have it. You know, I just gotta find ways to deal with it and control it, control the pressure. Um, Being able to deal with the pain and breathe through it. Not being able to do a lot of things with my kids or my grandbabies because I be hurting. Like today, I couldn't get up because I had sharp pains going through my back, and then my head was hurting, and then the incision, not the incision, but the original spot where the nerve damage is, it started flaring up really bad. I think it's a struggle. I'm gonna keep doing little blogs about it, how my day goes with it. You know, my daughters convinced me to do this. You know, share with everybody that's dealing with this situation, what they go through on a daily. It's hard. Shit. When you try to take care of your family, bills, all that. You got Social Security. Since they took it, they want to come back and take their money back for it. So I'm trying to fight for that. It's hard. Here, Tiki. You want to say hi? This is my grandbaby. Say hi. Say hi, honey. Say hey to the bug. To my nana bug. Sometimes I can't really lift much. But then I challenge myself because I can lift. So this is just day one. I'll probably get back on here later to talk about it some more. But y'all have a blessed day.